here's my review for everybody's All-American Top 25 Movies of All Time. This is a kind of an epic movie with Dennis Quaid, and who basically is your ultimate high school hero who gets the attractive blonde and marries the attractive blonde, they're both like the ultimate people that everybody looked up to in high school. He's the great athlete who goes on to college, and he becomes a great college player as well, and they're like the perfect romance, and then all of a sudden he goes to the NFL. So really the movie is kind of like two halves. The first half is, sorry, three acts. The first act is basically his rise to fame. His second act is when he's in the NFL, and his third act, which is probably the most interesting act, and probably the reason why this movie is on the top 25 list, is because the first two thirds are basically kind of a cliche in a way, where it's like, yeah, oh, I'm so good looking, and my wife's too good looking, and I'm an NFL player, and my life's so hard kind of trauma. But then you realize what happens to these kind of guys, where they finish their peak at age 35. They really have no kind of means to like really make it in the real world, and it's sort of like they don't really know what to do anymore because they've been playing football their whole life, and they've been treated like a god by all these people and not treated in a realistic way. And it's like, how do you make it? And basically Dennis Quaid kind of pulls off a really cool performance in the last act, where he's kind of haunted by his past, where he's had so much glory, he doesn't really know how to move on, and the wife is basically kind of like, and basically he's been worried about his success so much that she doesn't really know how to have her life as well, which is a common funny. I know this movie came out way before John Elway, but John Elway had the same kind of demon, where he was a good-looking guy, he married the all-American girl, and he finished his football career, and he didn't really know what to do anymore, and he was haunted by his past success. It's kind of an ironic tone, and all of a sudden he divorces his wife, and he's trying to find himself again, which is a very common thing with all these kind of great athletes, where yeah, they've had a lot of great time, but then when you're 35, 36, it's like, what do you do for the rest of your life anymore? Kind of a cool little film. I wish it was more about the finality of his success, but then the way that Dennis Quaid kind of plays the character from high school all the way to his 40s is a very well done job, so good for him. That's my review.